Hi everybody, today I will show you how to compress image size in WordPress. So let's just begin. So first of all, you have to log in into your WordPress account, and after that, what you need to do, you have to install the plugin to compress the image size. Okay, so let's just go inside the plugin and click on the add new plugin here. And in the plugin, we have to search for the Smush. Okay, so as you can see here at the top of the search, we have the Smush plugin by the WPMU Dave. So Smush is actually the plugin for the lazy load images. We can also optimize and compress the images with this plugin. Okay, so we are going to use this plugin to compress our images. So let's click on the install here and click on the activate. All right, so if I just scroll down, you will be able to see that our plugin is activated. Okay, so now let's click on the Smush here, as you can see in the sidebar. Okay, so now as you can see that we are inside the dashboard of the Smush, and as you can see that we have to do this a little setup to continue using the Smush. So let's click on the begin setup, and if you want to do the automatic compression, it simply means that when you upload the images to your site, the Smush can automatically optimize and compress the images. Okay, so I will simply enable this and click on the next. So the second option is actually the Super Smush. So the Super Smush is actually optimizing the image up to the 2x more than the regular Smush with their multi-pass loosey compression. So I also want to enable this. So let's click on the next, and we have the XIF metadata. So the photos often store the camera settings in the file, such as the focal length, date, time, and the locations. So if we remove all of these data from our image, it can reduce the size of our file. So I also want to enable this. And in the last, we have the lazy load. So the lazy load basically stops the off-screen images from loading until the visitor scroll to them. So if we just take the example that if we have the 10 images on our web page, so if we enable the lazy load, it would first load the text content, and after that it will load the images, but only those images which can be seen on the screen, not the off screen. Okay, so I also want to enable this. So let's just finish the setup wizard. Okay, so we have this dashboard. So as you can see that we have the bulk smush. So the bulk smush simply detects the image that can be optimized and allow you to compress them in the bulk. So if you're using the free version of the Smush, you can actually attach the maximum number of the 50 images for the optimization and the compression. As you can see that you have the 50 attachments that need smushing. So free users can only bulk smush the 50 images at one time. So if you want to do the bulk smush on more than 50 images, you have to do it again and again for the 50 images. So for example, if we have the 100 images or the 125, then you would have to do it in the 3 sections if you have the 150 or 125 images that need to be the bulk smush. Okay, so after that we have the settings. So in the settings, we have the smush mode. So in the smush mode, we have the compression level. The first one is the basic, and the second one is actually the super, and the last one is ultra, which is enabled for the pro users only. So after that, we have the image sizes. Okay, so WordPress generates the multiple image thumbnails for each image you upload. So you can select the all image sizes, or you can also go with the custom image sizes. You can see that you can simply uncheck the image sizes from here if you want to. So I will simply go with the all sizes here. So after that, we have the automatic compression. So as you can see that we have already enabled this. So we have the metadata. If you want to strip the metadata of the image, you will need to enable this feature. And after that, we have the image resizing. So if you want to resize the original image, you have to enable this. And if you want to disable the scaled images, you can enable this. And after that, we have the original images section. So here, if you want to compress the original images, you can do it from here. So by default, the WordPress will only compress the generated attachments when you upload the images, not the original images. But if you want to compress the original images, you have to enable this. And if you want to back up the original images, you have to enable this feature. So if you enable this feature to save a copy of your original image, so you can restore them at any point. And after that, we have the email notification. So if you want to enable the email notifications, if you want to get the status about the bulk smush, you can simply enable this. But unfortunately, this is a part of the pro version, And in the last, we have the bulk restore. So if you want to do the bulk restore, you can simply do it from here. But the thing is, if you want to do the bulk restore, you have to enable the backup original images. Okay, so right now I just simply save the changes here. So, and we also have the other options. So let's explore the other options here. So we have the directory Smush. So in the directory Smush, if you have the folder with the images, you can simply choose that directory from here, and it would actually optimize the images of that particular directory of the folder. And after that, we have the lazy load. So in the lazy load, we have the media tabs on which where I want to activate the lazy load. So I want to activate the lazy load on all of these formats. So we have the output locations here, that is the content, widgets, post thumbnails, and gray avatars. So we have the display the animations, and we have the include and the exclude. So you can export these options by yourself. So we have the scripts, native lazy load, and the disable no script and the deactivate. So you can explore these options by yourself. And after that, we have the CDN. So with the help of Smush CDN, you can upload the huge images, and the Smush CDN would safely convert it to the next generation format, which is the WebP, and deliver them directly to your visitors. Okay, but the thing is, this is actually the feature of pro version of the Smush. So let's click on the local WebP. So if you enable this feature, this would actually serve the images in the next gen format, which simply means the WebP format, and it will also serve the WebP version of the images in the browser that support it. But if the browser is not supporting the WebP version, it will fall back to the JPG and the PNG for the non-supported browsers. Okay, so let's click on the integrations now. And in the integrations, we can see the different options here. We can enable the Gutenberg support, and you can see that we have this gravity form, we have this other integrations, but all of these integrations are the part of pro version except the Gutenberg support. So let's click on the settings. So in the settings, we have the general settings, so in which we have the image resize detection. So this would actually detect and show the incorrectly sized images. And we have the translations, we have the usage tracking. And if I click on the configs, you will be able to see the default config. So we don't have to make any changes here. So we also have the data and the settings and the accessibility. So you can explore these options by yourself. So if you want to learn more about the Smush, you can simply click on the tutorials. And in the last, you have the Smush Pro, which is actually the paid version of the Smush. So you can see that you can explore these tutorials by yourself if you want to. And in the last, we have the Smush Pro. So if you want to upgrade to the Smush Pro, you can simply upgrade it from here. So now let's just go back to the bulk Smush. I actually want to bulk Smush my images here. So I actually have the 50 attachments. So I only have to do it for the one time. So let's click on the bulk Smush, and we have to wait for this. Alright, so as you can see that our bulk Smush is completely finished. So as you can see that the images that we have in the media library are optimized, and we have saved 2.6 MBs over our images in the media library. So this would actually increase the speed of our page load. Okay, so as we know that in the settings, we have enabled the automatic compression. So whenever we upload the new image, it will automatically compress that image. Okay, so now let's just go inside the media, and I want to add the new image. Okay, so from here, I will simply upload the image. So let's click on the select files. And from here, I would go inside the pictures. So we have the camera roll. And as you can see that if I just click on the properties of this image, you will be able to see the size of this image is actually the 2 MB. Okay. So if I select this image and upload it on our WordPress, you will be able to see that the Smush automatically compressed this image. Okay, so we have to wait for this now. Alright, so as you can see that we have uploaded the image, and we are in the media library. So we can see this image here. So if I just click on this image, you will be able to see the file size of this image. So the previous size of this image was a 2 MB before compression, but when we upload this image, Smush automatically compressed this image to the around 500 KB. Okay, so this is how we can use the Smush to optimize and compress the images for the WordPress, and this is how it works. And if you really find this video useful, hit the like button and subscribe the channel.